What's going on, beautiful people? I hope everybody is having a wonderful week. No Muzzle Sk here, man. And guess what? It's another week of the Rising Kings meeting, and we are talking about self-love. I felt that even saying it. Self-love, man. I'm breaking it down for my young kings, even my young queens, or even men, older kings and queens who, like me, struggled at one point in life loving myself or loving ourselves. It's so important and it's so significant and critical that we love ourselves. So I'm just going to break it down and give you guys a quick rundown, real quick. Self love. What is self love? Self love, an appreciation of one's own worth or virtue. An appreciation of one's own worth or virtue, mean appreciating us, understanding our worth, who we are, self-value. Man, that's deep right there. Let's keep it moving. Love starts with self, right? Love starts with self. The characteristics of self-love: patience, being patient with yourself. It's okay. You're not going to be able to execute everything right away. Some things take time. A lot of things take time that's actually worth it. It's a process in greatness. So patience is a part of self-love. Kindness, being kind to yourself, being easy with yourself, not beating yourself up because you didn't execute this or you didn't live up to this at that point of time, or maybe a project or something didn't come out the way that you hard as planned. Okay, that's cool, but go easy on yourself, be kind with yourself, and genuine, and love on yourself, because that's what it's all about. With self-love, it's required understand yourself, and that goes also with the topic that I talked about last week: self-awareness. Understanding who you are, understanding your capabilities at the time, understanding your limits, you know, frustration, your work ethic. You could be overwhelmed, you could overwork yourself, but understanding yourself is a part of self-love. Compassion. Have compassion for what you do for yourself. Have compassion for you. Self-sacrifice. This one is a key one. Self-sacrificing. It's going to take a lot of sacrificing from yourself. It's like you are, like I like to say, trying to be the better version of yourself every day. And sometimes that takes sacrifice. You have to maybe not eat or drink this today, or maybe not do this today, or break this habit, that may be a pleasure for you. But guess what? When you know where you're trying to go, you have to do what it takes. And even if it takes sacrificing to get where you need to be, that's part of self-love as well. Last but not least, truth. This one is very critical as well. Part of self-love is knowing your truth and accepting your truth as well. All right. Okay, so why is loving yourself so important? Please, guys, drop down in the comments. Give me your explanation of why you feel that self-love is important. Help me out. Here's a couple things that I've came up with. Self-love is important because in order to love anyone, you must learn to love yourself. I'm a strong believer in that. I believe that how you treat people is how you feel about yourself, or how you treat yourself. So if you struggle with loving somebody else, 9 times out of 10, it could possibly be an issue with yourself and you loving yourself, but that's okay. Because guess what? If you wake up again and you have breath in your body, that's another day that you have the ability to learn how to love yourself, so that you can love your spouse, significant other, friend, family. It doesn't matter. Self-love is important because it boosts your confidence and it motivates you. This is very true. If you don't love yourself, you will never motivate yourself. You will never be confident. You will be discouraged. You will be everything the opposite of confidence and motivation. So it's good because you need that in life. You need that because everybody won't be there to congratulate you, right? It helps you overcome your fears. Yes, self-love does help you overcome fears. You know why? Because if you love yourself, you're aware of what you may be timid with and may have had a fear with. And because you love yourself, you know that you are worthy to overcome this fear. And that fear is nothing but in here. It is the thought of something that in an event that hasn't happened yet in the future. And you basically saying that, all right, this could possibly happen. And you may stray away from whatever it is that you decided to do before you felt that feeling of fear. So self-love does help you overcome fears. Understanding yourself, that goes back to self-awareness, what we talked about last week. And if you missed last week, I will be uploading a video pretty soon. Just reach out to me on my page or through comments, yada, yada, yada. However you can contact me, I'll leave the information in my description below. Self-love helps you strive and accomplish your dreams. Absolutely. Because if you love yourself, you're going to love yourself enough to push yourself, to be consistent, to have a resilient mind, and you're going to aim and you're going to fight and be dedicated and committed and consistent with following your dreams and goals, right? Examples of self-love: believing and telling yourself that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Reminding yourself that it takes time to accomplish goals. It does. You have to be patient in the process. Acknowledging the truths and things about yourself. Again, self-awareness. You got to know yourself in order to love yourself. To know what they say, to love me is to know me. Well, to love you is to know you as well, right? Last but not least, I cannot stress this one enough. Go easy on yourself. Go easy on yourself. It's one of the biggest mistakes that we make in loving ourselves. We do not go easy on ourselves. When things don't go as planned, if we may drop the ball here or lack of something, we just drive ourselves in the ground. And that is not love, kings and queens. That is not of love. So these things are examples of love, and it's so important to understand these things, that you are important and you deserve the best love, and the people around you deserve the best love. Me personally, I think it starts with the people around you, your family, your friends, those that's in your house within you. Start loving on them. Start loving yourself so that you can love them. Give them your best love, your kids, your spouse, significant other. It doesn't matter, your mom, your dad. It doesn't matter. When you learn to love yourself, you automatically love others better because you understand and you know what you deserve, and you will give others what they deserve. All right? So a couple things, man, I just want to leave with you guys that you can practice. First thing, start to tell yourself that I can do this. Start believing in yourself, right? That's self-love. Believing like, hey, man, I know I can do this. Yeah, it might seem hard. It might seem difficult, but I can do this. I know I can do this. No doubt about it. I can do this. And you said confident and boldly in the power that you was given, because we are more than conquerors. Patience, a tactic that you can practice with the patience. Now, patience is not just waiting. Patience is also what you're doing while you're waiting. But you can put yourself in positions, let's say, embrace being in traffic without getting emotionally disturbed or upset. Now, this may seem like a small thing, but as you continue to put this to practice and exercise it, you're going to find yourself, your patience is going to get a little bit more longer, and it won't be so thin. And next thing you know, you'll be at a higher level than you were before you started practicing the exercises. And that's my personal thing that I do. I like to put myself in positions like, okay, well, you can wait. Work on patience, right? The third one, this one is very important. The war is always in your mind. This is what the war is. It's not your body. It's not no. It's here. It starts here. When you get control of this, then you get control of your environment, your body. You hear me? Right? Replace bad thoughts with good ones about yourself. The minute any thought that comes to mind that doesn't line up with goodness or that doesn't sound right, you have to replace it. And sometimes you have to speak loud. You know, if you feel like, oh, I might not be pretty enough. Sometimes you have to overcome that thing. Yes, I am. I am pretty enough. Or I might not be smart enough. Yes, I am. You say it loud. You say it so loud that you can't even hear that bad thought anymore. And you replace it, right? Because it starts with this. You get this under control, you get everything around you, including your body, under control. Last but not least, finish what you start. Yourself is going to appreciate you. And I know that sounds crazy. You're going to appreciate yourself for that last one. Finish what you start. Consistency. I still, in this day and time right now, still learning to be more consistent. Because what happened is, over the time, when it becomes a habit of being inconsistent, you don't notice it until it may be brought to your attention. And you say, hey, man. And you sit back and you evaluate. You say, man, I really do have a tough time being consistent. Finish what you started, kings and queens. Follow through. I don't care what it takes. Follow through. An obstacle come, that's life. Boom, get it on out the way. You're feeling down or feeling, that's life. Get it on out the way. It's okay. Feel, cry it out, vent it, talk, but follow through with whatever that you start. And you will thank yourself in the future.